Bentoro John.
Good evening, Mr. Fantabulous.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, fellow TBCians. Thank you very much for all your wonderful contributions. I want to use this opportunity to say thumbs up for admin. He has been consistent, and his consistency is written everywhere concerning TBC. And for now, it's left for us to be consistent on our own part as well. And I also want to say that the criteria that admin has used, are very commendable. But I also want to point out that those who are paying their program fee should not be isolated. What
Correct.
I mean by this is that those, as far as you are paying your program fee, you are still on and you are on the right track. So the other things for you to do is to get more referrals and also work hard to see that your referrals, do everything possible to also pay their program fee. As long as we are doing this, the sky is just our starting point, not even our limit.
Correct.
So my own word for today is for us, to be consistent and also see that those who are paying their program fee are not isolated. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you so very much, Bentoro John. Yes, everybody will be considered. Even if you do not occupy the administrative positions, you are still going to be considered because the minimum is 30, so we can have more than 30, no problem. An admin wants to get at least 12,000 assemblies all over the world, guys. So if you multiply 30, just 30 times 12,000, that's like 330,000 assembly, and that is where we are heading. Let's hear from Barthélemy. If you Barthélemy, you come and quote me right now, because we all have problems pronouncing your name.
You're laughing, eh? If I was close by, I was going to flog you. Because by now you should know how to pronounce this name. All the same, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So, good evening, members in the house. Let me first of all congratulate you for being selected as a leader already.
Thank you.
You sure merit this. Yeah, because you've worked really very, very hard. Yes. I have a couple of issues I need to address. I need to ask you,
Right.
One, let me just say here that the criteria with which the admin is making a selection is indeed impeccable. I don't fault that, but I have some issues there. Now, let me say this. The issue of acquiring Bitcoin bounties, right? Yes.
It's earning.
It's a very good measuring stick,
right,
for qualification as no
assembly leader.
Yeah. Come again.
Yeah, I was just saying that the Bitcoin bounty is what you have earned so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, but are you hearing me?
Yeah, we are getting.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, 5 on 5.
Are you hearing me?
I think.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think there is a delay at the receiving end. I don't know, but we can hear you 5 on 5.
Okay. Okay. Now, okay. I was using an earpiece, so
okay.
So I had to remove that earpiece. I think that's causing the delay,
right,
in transmission. Okay. So, like I was saying, the criteria for selecting leaders set in by admin is impeccable. But I'm saying again that accumulation of a Bitcoin bounty, which is one of the criterion, is also good. But like some of us had earlier complained that we are in a very difficult place where human beings refuse to respond to things except they see. So it has become increasingly very difficult for us to recruit and make bounties, right?
Right.
I'm not saying I made some bounties earlier, but presently it is becoming increasingly difficult to do that. So if we're using a Bitcoin bounty as one of the criteria, I think I will fail there.
What you need to,
I won't have zero,
let
but I
me,
think I will fail there.
No, you will not have zero. Let me explain.
In,
Let me explain. Okay, can you hear me?
yeah.
What you need to know is that admin is not
I'm hearing you.
Admin is not considering the Bitcoin bounty that you have earned. He's not considering only for 1 month. I think he has taken like 6 months. What you have earned from 6 months. And I think that's fair enough. That's fair enough on his part. It's not just if within 6 months you haven't recruited even one person, I think you need to maybe put in some small effort. So he has not considered only 1 month of Bitcoin bounty earned. He has taken some months. I think I don't know whether it's 3 months, whether it's 6 months, but it is not just 1 month. It's not just 1 month. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but for attendance of meeting, that I'll score because I've been attending and submitting my keywords each time I attend that meeting. Okay. Right. So that's that for the trust. The keyword today is a very huge responsibility because leadership is a very huge responsibility too. For you to be a leader, you must be trusted. You understand? Yeah. But again, I'm beginning to see some. We also have to be very, very careful, because leadership, as it were, is critical, and people give out what they have. Like you just explained, a leader should not be autocratic as such. A leader should not be a boss as such. But I'm telling you, if you critically X-ray people who are already there, some who are already arrogating to themselves leaders, if you look at their characteristics, you find out that they have this dangerous tendency of autocracy, dangerous tendency of non-tolerance to criticism. A leader should be open to criticism. If you're criticized, you must be able to accept it and make correction. But some leaders are not. If you, by any chance, criticize them, their reaction will show you that they are not going to make good leaders, because they'll quarrel with you, and if you're not careful, they may check you out of their group, because you saw a thing you don't like and you about it. So we need to be very, very careful. We need to also maybe go a little bit beyond accumulation of Bitcoin bounties and look at the individual characters.
Yeah, that is what the admin said.
But that may be difficult to accept.
Okay, because personally, the admin said that if you are a leader that you are earning and you don't also have good character, you might not be selected, because he's going to scrutinize some of the things that you have been doing, and if it doesn't match, if it doesn't warrant him to select you, then you might not have that position. So it's not just about looking at the Bitcoin bounty that you earn and the number of meetings you attended, but there is more to that. The admin must have seen you doing some things, participating here, showing some humility, showing some characteristics of leadership before you can now be selected. That's why so far so good. We have just one person. I was honored to be chosen. So we have just one person. So admin is still diagnosing, if I might use that word. He's still diagnosing.
You married that. because you married that, you tolerate a lot.
Right. So don't worry. I think you'll be satisfied with the results.
At the end of sure, that's okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Because there are some greedy characteristics that I've identified some already, you know, just because of the way they behave, which is not too good for a leader. You know, some of us may sometimes remember this is the second thrust that is coming on. Sometimes the admin said, should he trust us? And we all wrote yes, 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 yes. Right? But let me tell you something. Those are just some of those yes are just lip service. Because the human nature is human nature is let me not use this word. Let me just say that the human nature is a little bit crazy. Greed is always there.
Right.
You can just find very few people who are not greedy. But 75, very many, in a greater percentage of the human race is greedy, whether they want to believe it, whether we want to believe it or not. So we must be able to sift out those greedy characteristics and don't make them leader. Otherwise, we will be entrenching what we want to avoid.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We will be entrenching what we want to avoid. For example, we consider the present leadership as not too good for humanity.
Yeah.
Right? But if you install people who have these characteristics in the incoming government, you will find out that you just end up perpetrating what you want to avoid, and that will not be too good. Yeah, my ambassador, let me just stop here because there are a lot of things to talk about if you start talking about. Some of us are very critical in looking at this kind of thing.
That's fine, no problem.
Yeah, if we're allowed to talk, we may talk so much and hurt some people, which is not right. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody, but I've just said one or two things that I think should be considered properly before these assemblies are properly constituted. But I think it would be nice also to
look at the character of
the
leader.
Form the assemblies, but still, yes, but there's room. Yeah, there's room for checkout. You understand what I'm saying? If for any chance you're appointed a leader, at the end of it, it is discovered that you don't have those characteristics. Of course, you'll be.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The admin has made it very clear that if you are not doing what the people want, you can easily be checked out at any time. So for that's going to be the case. All right, that's going to be the case. So guys, that's why they said if you are honored to be selected, you must behave. You don't behave, you can be removed at any time. Okay. All right, so it looks like we lost our leader there. We'll just take another person. Okay.